players get injured, many take off a few games to recover. But for others, their injuries are much more brutal and tragic. These are career-ending NFL mistakes. Daunte Culpepper. When Daunte Culpepper had a breakout season in 2004, Vikings fans were ecstatic. Many believed he'd be able to bring the team to the Super Bowl. However, their joy was quickly halted when he tore a ligament in his knee when he was tackled in a game against the Carolina Panthers. This set off a domino effect of injuries that eventually cost Culpepper 5 years of his career. Despite attempts to redeem himself during his final, he played 24 games, finally realizing that he just wasn't going to make it in the NFL. Joe Theismann. While many players might balk at an 11-year career, Joe Theismann was never one of those players. He fully intended to keep playing in the NFL, at least until a brutal break to his leg at a Monday night game against the Giants. Not one, but two linebackers, Lawrence Taylor and Harry Carson, caught Theismann on the wrong side, and the results were catastrophic. His career ended courtesy of those two blundering players, and he was never able to return to the NFL after that. All it took was one game-ending play for Theismann to be out of the NFL forever. It's a sad yet tragic consequence of the game of football. Sterling Sharpe. Sterling Sharpe had a career that was good enough to make it into the Hall of Fame if he didn't mess anything up. Sadly for him, it wasn't any blunders on his part that led to his injury, but a tackle. He was hit in 1994 and suffered a major neck injury, one that was so serious he could never play again. A career almost perfect came apart at the seams as he faced the cruel consequence of false physicality. Darryl Stingley. Darryl Stingley didn't just have his career taken from him. Because of an injury during football, Darryl Stingley's entire life was changed. During a game in 1978 against the Raiders, Stingley was tackled by Jack Tatum and subsequently suffered a compressed spine as a result. That tackle has haunted Stingley ever since. He never regained his full capabilities and was kept in a wheelchair for life as a result of that one reckless tackle. His long life after football was that of great adversity, one that ultimately claimed his life in 2007 due to his limited mobility. Because of complications, he passed away. Mike Utley. Mike Utley was another player who dealt with the tragedy. Because of complications, he passed away. One that ultimately his long life after football was that of great adversity, one that ultimately claimed his life in 2007 due to his limited mobility. Because of complications, he passed away. Mike Utley. Mike Utley was another player who dealt with the tragedy of being paralyzed from the chest down. It was a game against the Rams in 1991 that changed Utley's life forever. Late in the game, he was blocked and landed on his head, suffering injuries to his 6th and 7th vertebrae. Walking off on his own only to fall late showed how brave of a man he was, especially given the fact that he gave the thumbs up signal as he was carted off the field. That injury was career-ending and changed his life forever, turning his once promising career into nothing. Max Strong. Even though Max Strong's career only lasted 15 years, it still ended far too soon. In 2007, Max Strong was playing in a game against Tampa when doctors discovered he had a herniated disc. The doctors warned him of potential paralysis if he kept playing. Against the wishes of the Seahawks, he had to hang up the cleats given the risk and potential danger. It was a decision that was the end of a long and strong career. While his decision was no doubt saddening, Strong was an exception. He was never supposed to make it in the NFL to begin with, so even his short-lived career was remarkable. Max Strong was a Pro Bowl player in 2005 and 2006 and will always be remembered for his courage and determination to make it in the league. Vincent Bo Jackson. Everyone knows Bo Jackson, or at least that is what it felt like at one point. Jackson was one of the few players to play the NFL and MLB, winning again and again. However, his peak didn't last for long. He injured his hip in a playoff game against the then Los Angeles Rams, while he eventually recovered and played for the White Sox for a few years. His NFL career was done, a career that could have been as great as few others. His injury was his last NFL play, and it ended one of the greatest American sports stars of all time.